Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome here if it's your first time. In today's video I'm reviewing the Oladance OWS Pro open style earbuds. Let's get it. What's cracking audio fans? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews, and here with the Oladance OWS Pro, and I never know what to call these things, whether they're earbuds or earphones or headphones. I've seen all variations of the names thrown around, but we're gonna get into this box. It's a pretty interesting kind of looking box, sort of eco-friendly style. Should be good. Let's have a look. Alright, there we go, the inner section, and our first look. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, first of all, let's have a look at this case, and wow, very interesting. It's kind of got an alien vibe to it. I like it. And I'm guessing in here are our accessories, or just a little book, or all of the above, in fact. So first of all, I want to see what comes with the earphones, and just a USB Type-C charging cable and some documentation in there. I do like this packaging. I think that's pretty cool. So here's the case, and it will be interesting to compare this with the Open Rocks that I did recently, and the Clear Arc 2. But let's have a look inside now for our first look, and oh wow, yeah, I like that. You know what, just the feel of the case is quite premium. All this lining inside here, it's got a sort of soft touch lining, rubberized or whatever it's called, and there are the earphones. But I haven't actually told you anything about these yet, have I? Well, first of all, let's start with the price, and the price is $229. Yes, hold on to your chair. $229, so that's actually more expensive than the Clear Arc significantly. We'll see how that pans out. The battery life is supposed to be around 16 hours just purely for the earbuds, and up to 58 hours including the charging case. And these have actually got pressure sensitive touch controls with a micro sensing system. I'll tell you more about that after I've used it and understand it a bit better. These do have multi-point connection as well, so you can hook them up to more than one device. They do have an IPX4 waterproof rating, and strangely enough, the only Bluetooth protocol listed on the website is SBC, which, well, we'll see how that pans out. It's probably the lowest denominator when it comes to wireless audio codecs. That's interesting for such an expensive product. But having said that, I have definitely heard some very good SBC wireless earbuds in the past, so don't judge them on that yet. If it is bad, I will let you know in the next part of the video, but for now, it's time for me to go and start some testing. I'll be back later to tell you how they perform. Okay, here I am back after some testing with the Oladance OWS Pro, and look, these are pretty decent. I'm just not sure if they are worth that rather high asking price of $229. I love the case. The earbuds, they're pretty comfortable. The touch controls work quite well. They did say they're sort of got special pressure sensitive buttons, but it's really just a normal button on the top there. That's just marketing for you. They do give you a very good battery life as advertised, and the built-in microphones sound pretty decent. I'll give you an example of those here.
By 6000 BC, Greater Australia is no more. 1/7 of its land, about 2.5 million square kilometres, has been drowned by the sea. Tasmania, once a southern peninsula, is now an island whose Aborigines have lost all contact with those on the mainland.
So how do they fare when it comes to sound, you ask? Well, like I say with all these types of earphones, it's really going to depend somewhat on the shape of your ears and the size of your ears. Ideally, you want the speaker here to be as close as possible to your ear canal. Unfortunately for me, the way these are shaped, and there's really no movement, no adjustment possible. The way they're shaped, they don't really sit flush on my ear canal, so it's a little bit wishy-washy, the sound. But if I sort of hold them in place with my fingers, the sound becomes a lot better. But I had the same issue with all these types that I tried, including the Clear Arc 2 and the Open Rock S here. So in terms of sound, yeah, they're pretty decent, kind of similar to the Open Rock S here. They do have a bit of bass there, there's a little bit of body to the music. I do appreciate the nice airy treble that these have, especially when I sort of hold them in the right place with my fingers. But overall, it's just fairly typical of this kind of thing. It's a fairly balanced sound signature. You know, the bass and the mid-range and the treble are all fairly much in alignment with each other. Vocals are reasonably forward and the mids don't sound recessed in any way. The treble is nice and smooth. You're not going to deal with any listener fatigue from the treble or the bass. Like I said, the bass is there. It's not one that you'll feel physically, but you know, it doesn't sound tinny and anemic either. So overall, in terms of sound performance, I would say these perform pretty well. So now let's do some comparisons real quick. With the Clear here, the Clear Arc 2 and the Open Rock S. Now in terms of pricing, the OWS Pro is by far the most expensive. It's $229. The Clear Arc here is $169, with the Open Rock coming in at $89. So this one's significantly cheaper. However, in terms of features, it actually slightly outperforms the Oladance OWS Pro. So the battery life on both is about the same. You're getting 58 maximum hours with the OWS Pro, 60 hours with the Open Rock S, so 2 more hours there. The Open Rock S and the Arc 2 both have an IPX5 rating compared to IPX4. And if you remember before, I said that the OWS Pro supports only SBC audio codec. The Open Rock S has AAC and SBC, and the Clear Arc 2 has aptX adaptive and aptX low latency, so obviously clearly ahead. They all have pretty decent call quality and microphone quality. I will say I probably like the OWS Pro case the best out of the lot. The clear case is nice, but I'm not really a fan of these fabric covers. They tend to stain and get dirty pretty easily. This one's got a nice, matte plastic finish, so it should be fairly durable. And they're all pretty similar when it comes to comfort as well. After a minute or two, I basically forget that I'm wearing all of these. So let's compare them in terms of sound now. And I'd say the OWS Pro and the Open Rock S, fairly similar. Both kind of got a fairly balanced sound signature, although the OWS Pro does have a really nice more airy treble. Similar levels, similar quantity of bass and forwardness in the mid-range on both of these. So in terms of these two compared with each other, the Open Rock S is really hard to pass up because it is just so much cheaper. And then we've got the Clear Arc 2. I would say this has the best audio quality overall. It sounds more full-bodied. It's more like a headphone experience compared to the other two, at least for me. It's just got more fullness and body in the sound, the bass. You feel more of that bass response with the Arc 2, and I would say the only area where the OWS Pro outdoes it in audio is in that treble that I keep mentioning. That's probably the highlight of this one's sound for me. But yeah, overall, I think, look, they're just asking too much. If you're going to charge that kind of money for some of these open style earphones, you should probably have aptX and maybe even LDAC. Throw in some extra features, increase that IPX rating, just get the, improve on the design a little bit so they're more versatile with different ear shapes. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention, the volume level on all these three is, the maximum volume is not that loud, so you're going to be in situations if you're in a noisy environment where you probably find the volume isn't loud enough. that is something I would like to see improved across the board for these types of earphones. So with that said, I'll just move those aside for a moment and we'll come back to the Oladance OWS Pro. Yeah, it's a great case, decent sound, but just asking, in my opinion, too much in terms of price. And with that said, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, Parfam audiophile style. And if you're new here and you want to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you later.